Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will show what I do when I wash a client's guinea pig fleece. I'm trying to do a voiceover for the first time. Here it goes. This is like take 10. First, remove the guinea pig. They can get stressed if you leave them in there while you're removing their toys and hides. I generally put guinea pigs in the bathtub on a towel with their hide and food and water, especially if I know if it's going to take me a while to clean the cage. But here I decided to put Pickles into her bin since I knew that it would just be for a couple of minutes. Next, I remove all of the items. I had tried offering her this box as a hide, but she didn't seem that interested in it, so I did not put it back in. I had just washed and filled her food bowl, but she's already pooped on it. Typical guinea pig. This client was very clever in using small binder clips to anchor the fleece in place. This is the first time I've seen fleece held in place this way, and it's very clever. This is a constant struggle to arrange the fleece just so, to fold it just so over the towels or pet pads, which guinea pigs might try to eat or burrow underneath. And using binder clips helps to eliminate that stress, and the fleece neatly stays in place. The guinea pig can't burrow underneath it to pee or poop or eat the pee pads if you use pee pads, so it's a lot safer for them. And it makes sweeping up poop and fleece changes like today a lot easier. I like binder clips a lot, and I use larger binder clips to help secure food bags and litter bags. You can buy them inexpensively in bulk from stationery supply stores, and they are very durable and versatile. Here, the client also uses them to secure a blanket as an extra cover. Guinea pigs are prey animals, and they often feel more comfortable hiding underneath some kind of cover or hide. I unclip all of the binder clips, and then I carefully start from one end and gently shake everything to one side. You can also go at it with a broom and dustpan, and some people use a shop vac or a small handheld vacuum. I keep the ends gathered and gently shake it into a trash can. Some people then shake their fleece outside, but I don't really have that option in my urban home, so I just do what I can to get as much of the poop, hay, and uneaten food out into the trash can as possible to keep it out of my washer. Once I get as much of the solids out as I can, I bundle the fleece up with the towels and put them into the washing machine, along with the fleece and towels I had saved from the last change. I have no idea why I am not wearing gloves while I'm doing all of this. I do sometimes wear gloves, but for some reason I just didn't think of it on this day. I wipe down the chloroplast bottom with vinegar and water. Vinegar helps to neutralize urine odors, get rid of bacteria, and is pet safe. I normally have a spray bottle already mixed with equal parts vinegar and water, but the nozzle broke, so I need to get a new nozzle. Here I have a damp towel that I sprayed with vinegar. This type of cage is referred to as a CNC cage, which stands for cubes and chloroplast. You can make your own CNC cage out of clothing cubes you can get at a hardware store or a huge supermarket and a piece of chloroplast. Or you can now find CNC kits being sold. These are great DIY guinea pig cages, as you can easily expand the cage size as needed. This client uses a larger setup at home. CNC cages are a very popular setup, and I see a lot of them. Once the chloroplast has been wiped down, I lay down fresh towels and cover it with a new fleece blanket. Fleece is a popular substrate for guinea pigs. I'm not sure if it's called a substrate actually. Bedding. We'll call it bedding. Bedding for guinea pigs. The top layer is fleece, followed by something absorbent like towels. Sometimes people put pet training pads underneath too. Pee will wick down from the fleece and absorb into the towels. This makes the fleece dry enough to prevent bumblefoot and other infections from developing on guinea pigs' feet due to sitting around in pee and spilled water. In order for fleece bedding to work, there needs to be an absorbent layer underneath the fleece. Without the absorbent layer, the pee will just pool there on the fleece. So you really need a layer of towels or pee pads underneath. U-Haul blankets are also a popular absorbent option. Fleece bedding needs to be changed regularly to ensure that the guinea pig's feet are kept dry. They often like to potty in corners or in specific spots, so you might find that most of the fleece is dry, but certain spots are soaked. You can try putting an extra blanket there to switch out to extend the time in between fleece changes, but I found that most guinea pigs change their preferred spots, so this might not work. I think my battery died around here. So I anchor the fleece back in place and I put back all of the toys. The client wanted me to rearrange the cage periodically, which is a great idea. This can help with enrichment so the guinea pig doesn't get bored. Then I return the guinea pig to the cage. I refill the hay ball. Hay balls are controversial for guinea pigs as they can get their head stuck in them, particularly ones made out of wire. I've made this client aware of this. Guinea pigs are not especially agile. They're basically big potatoes with tiny legs, and they can easily get their heads stuck in a hay ball, even this model, through the opening where you refill the hay. The client keeps the hay ball door closed with, you guessed it, a binder clip. This guinea pig started off very skittish at first, but this is a week into her stay with me, and she settled in well. Oh, didn't want to be pet there. I put the 2 changes of fleece and towels into the washer along with the fleece and piqué that was in her bin. I have a front-loading, high-efficiency washing machine, and it seems to be a bit on the small side, though I suppose it's a standard size. This washing machine should only be filled halfway, so this is a bit overstuffed, but I really don't want to do another load because this takes all day. I normally wash only 1 fleece change at a time for clients, as I found it gets more difficult to remove stains and odors from fleece as they are not washed right away. I know that some people will collect their fleece bedding and do a massive load every 2 weeks or so, but my washer is not great at washing guinea pig fleece. I tried doing this in the past, as per client instructions, but the stains and odors just don't come out of my washer when they've been sitting there for that long. Maybe a top-loading machine might be able to do it, and I know that some people take their guinea pig fleece to the laundromat and let the industrial washers do the job. I wash the fleece in vinegar and laundry detergent that is free of perfumes and dyes. I'm fairly sensitive to perfumes myself, and animals, particularly small-caged animals like guinea pigs, prefer unscented laundry detergent. Because it's a front-loading, high-efficiency washer, I only need a small amount of laundry detergent, which is roughly a tablespoon. I don't follow the same washing routine every time. This time, I started off with the speed wash cycle on hot, which is 15 minutes, to remove a lot of the pee. When the cycle is done, I wipe down the door and the gasket with paper towels to remove fur and hay. You don't usually see guinea pig fur until it gets all over your clothes after holding them or when you wash their fleece. It does not just disappear down the drain. You have to remove it yourself. There are laundry bags designed specifically for washing items with hay on them to avoid having to wipe down your washer like this. And I've been thinking of getting one myself. It just hasn't been in my budget so far. I've heard good things about Wiki Pets, and it's on my wish list. I think that they sell some for people with horses too. So anyway, I add more vinegar and detergent, and I run it on the heavy-duty cycle on hot, which uses more water than the normal cycle. This is helpful for heavily soiled items like cloth diapers or guinea pig fleece. A normal cycle usually takes about an hour, but this heavy cycle on hot takes 2 hours and 22 minutes. When the heavy cycle is complete, I have to wait for the cycle to complete. It's sensing, it's supposed to have this automatic sensor. That's why it's thinking, how long is it going to take? Yes, 2 hours and 22 minutes. When the heavy cycle is complete, I wipe down the door and gasket again to remove fur and hay. I checked the fleece and towels, and it smelled okay, but I decided to run them one more time. The fleece and towels had smelled so nice and clean when the client had dropped them off, and I wanted to return them in the same condition. Add more vinegar and detergent, but less of both. This time, it's just a normal cycle on hot, which takes an hour and 10 minutes. Do a smell test, and it passed the smell test. I wipe down for fur and hay again. Even after 3 washes, there is still fur and hay everywhere. I always clean the washing machine with bleach after washing guinea pig fleece. Some guinea pig owners might not bother going through with the step, but these aren't my guinea pigs, and I want to make sure that the washer is clean before I put my dish towels and family clothes into it. I shake the fleece and blankets as I put them into the dryer. The dryer is supposed to have a sensor to automatically detect when a load needs more or less drying, but I think the sensor on my machine is broken, so I have it set for 40-minute time cycles. I sweep up hay and fur that's fallen onto the floor because it gets everywhere. This is what it looks like after 3 cycles. The hay and fur doesn't go anywhere. You have to wipe it out of your washer yourself. I wiped it out and then ran a cleaning cycle with bleach and then wiped down the floor and gasket again. After 40 minutes, the blankets are still a little damp. You can see the fur and hay collected in the lint trap. I run the dryer for another 40 minutes, and I sweep the floor again. When the dryer cycle is finished, there is more hay and fur in the lint trap. At this point, it's mostly dry, but I want to make sure that they are absolutely dry, so I run the dryer for another 30 minutes. Okay, so the fleece and towels are totally dry and they're nice and fluffy and they smell fresh and clean. I empty the lint trap again, which has more fur. By the way, I wanted to share something I learned from TikTok, and that is to clean the filter in your washer. Mine is on the bottom left here. First, you empty any water that's still in there. Remove the cap from the pipe and empty the water into something. I first tried using towels to soak up the water, but it's a lot of water and I found it to be too messy. So I collect the water in a container. I need to empty the container once during this process. Once the water is all drained, you can unscrew the filter here. It will catch odd bits like hair, hay, and sometimes coins. It also needs to be periodically scrubbed clean inside and out, as it can develop a film and mildew. I use an old toothbrush, and then I wipe down the inside chamber before replacing the filter, tighten the cap, and close the door. Yay! I started cleaning at 11:30 a.m. and finished folding the clean fleece at 8 p.m. So all told, this was roughly 8.5 hours of work.